Alright, let's cut right to the chase here. The good news and the bad news, and we'll start off with the bad. Let's rip the band-aid right off and move on. The Nordique series is over. I left what is now to be confirmed as the last video in that series a little bit open-ended because I still wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to continue, but having attempted to record what would have been the next episode of the series, I can simply say that it is the right time. We'd have 2 years left with the team, with a weakened core of players due to cap issues, and although we might be able to make it back to the finals and maybe even win the cup, thanks to superb goaltending from Joonas Korpisalo, it still feels like the right time to end it. We've been a dominant team for the majority of the series at this point, and it is time to move on. But that brings me to the good news. It's time for another new series that, of course, will be chosen by you guys. Much like I did at the end of NHL 16 with Nations United and the Islanders series, I want two series to be going on concurrently at the same time, with hopefully daily uploads of both right around the same time. I can't commit to a schedule, but we'll see. Is that overkill? Well, we're about to find out because it's happening. So this time out, we have 4 options. You can vote on the poll attached to this video and on the straw poll linked in the description below. The combined votes will be tallied and we will reveal the winner in a few days, and then of course we'll have more polls to go through depending on what you guys choose. So let's get down to it. Option 1, maybe not the most exciting option, but it's another normal series. And yes, I know the Bruins series right now is going on, and that's kind of a normal series, but I am excited to use the new rosters and to see how it all pans out now that we are using those. And of course, because we're using Boston, if we go with option 1, we'll be using a Western Conference team. Only Vancouver are unavailable. Minnesota, despite being used in Nations United, will be an option because, let's face it, we didn't really use the Minnesota team as it stands. That brings me to option 2. The return of a Nations series. Now, it wouldn't be Nations United. That series was built upon using players from outside of the Big Five nations of the sport and trying to succeed, which we didn't. We failed miserably. But a Nation United. With a Nation United, our odds are much higher. We'll build a team consisting of only players from either Canada, the United States, Russia, Sweden, or Finland, and attempt to build a dynasty. Option 3, a fantasy draft. We'll leave it at that, just a fantasy draft. And option 4, despite me saying on Twitter that I wouldn't, if the support is there for it, we'd take control of the Las Vegas expansion team. Golden Knights or not, we would use the expansion tool on capfriendly.com to build as realistic of a team as possible and see what happens from there. So there you have it, guys, the bad news and the good. I look forward to seeing the results of the poll, and I can think of no better way to end this video than with this song right here. I'll see you guys next time.